All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Nana, episode 3. We in backstory.
Backstory. The depths of darkness.
Healing the wounds of a heart by just,
burying them. Shoving it down there.
Way down deep.
Because it's pathetic. And we don't show pathetic sides of ourselves.
That's right.
Even when drunk, and actually when it's pretty relatable to bring up your pathetic and, less than savory side of yourself because, you know what? Everybody's been, a little bit tipsy and said some things where you're like, that's what I actually think about that. I have no inhibition right now. And then your friends are just like, that's great.
Yep.
That's amazing. We're getting to learn about you.
Laughing, but not judging, right? And
because they're good people.
They're good people.
Right.
And Shoji's a good person, but, but not good for a relationship.
No.
Definitely not.
Not. No.
Gotta go find a good guy.
Gotta go find an actual good guy. He's a good friend.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Right.
I am. I now I'm so ready for the pain of immaturity and the growth towards maturity.
Oh yeah.
And how slow that is.
Because we're so many layers deep into the dream, into the matrix. Right. It's the backstory, but in the backstory, there's the denial of ending up with Shoji, who's not even the person that she's going to end up with in the main context of the show, probably, because obviously it's going to be Nana. But, Yeah.
But, all right, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. All right, let's get in the club.
Impossible. No club has that many girls at it. Why was Shoji at a club?
それは嫌。松下くんモテるし、ひいきになってそうだし、女とおっかい引っかいしてるって噂だし、ろくなやつじゃないよ絶対。女の敵。
Enemy of women. No.
喜んでくれないんだよ。京介とラブラブですっかり丸くなっちゃったっていうか羽抜き。張り合いなくてさ。
Damn, she's firing off.
私には庄司がいるし。
所詮俺は純子の代わりか。
飲も
なんか俺たち飲んでばっかだね。たまには爽やかに海とか行きてえな。
Nice, very subtle. I like that.
ねえ、もうすぐ夏休みだし、4人で旅行でも行かない？
海
Yeah. Perfect. Get that opening in here. Beach episode 3. I knew this show was gonna be fucking awesome.
If this is the level of detail we're getting with Nana's backstory, I can't wait for the level of detail we get with Nana's backstory.
私もね。
Oh, yes. We better leave you too. Yeah.
じゃあそろそろおいとましようかしら。
何言ってんだナナ。ここはお前と純子の部屋だろ。
京介に譲るわ。私は庄司と寝るし。
Wait, what?
Oh my god.
ないな庄司は。
おい。
早く行こう。
Nana, you are terrible.
I can't believe it.
なんならばあちゃんの代わりに子守歌歌ってあげるよ。
Holy shit.
歌わんでいい。
Nana!
純子が何を保証したのか知らんが。っていうかお前なんで泣くの？
だって庄司のこと大好きなのにそんな幻滅するようなこと言うから。
その大好きっていうのは友達としてなんだよね。
Yeah.
そうだよ。庄司は誰よりも大切な男友達。
God. It's so utilitarian, like.
Yeah.
男女の友情を育むのって難しいね、庄ちゃん。
Yeah.
でも頑張ろうね。じゃあ私、自分の部屋に戻るから。
And this is why Junko avoids you.
多分真っ最中だし。
そっか。どうしよう。
Wait, now you're surprised by it? That was why you left! Girl!
She is impossible.
I can't! I can't!
Shoji, just get away.
お前さっき俺のこと幻滅したって言ったよ
Ah.
な。そのなくした信用を取り戻す。
Right!
友情のために。おやすみ。
Yes.
Good night. She's just like,
He's somehow.
I love him!
大好き。
Yeah, I knew it! I knew it!
What the fuck? No! Holy shit.
And now she's like, that's what happened?
安心して東京に行けるよ。
Oh.
Escaping to Tokyo, that's the perfect plan.
落ちても東京の予備校に。
受かるって純子なら。っていうかいいのお前。なんでそんな冷静なの？
なんでって。俺も行くから。
Wait, you're telling me I'll be left alone.
行かないで、京介。
もういい加減にしてよ、ナナ。私は京介が行かなくても行くの。東京の美大でもっと本格的に絵の勉強がしたいの。私の人生なのよ。
Does that its context the idea of if everybody's going to Tokyo and leaving her and
お前も受ければ。
Yeah.
Come with me.
嘘すごい。東京ってこんなにたくさん美大があるんだ。これならきっとどこか受かるよね。
おお、片っ端から受けりゃいいじゃん。
別に大学がダメでもまた専門学校とかでもいいし。
See, there's that little bit of a.
される覚えはない。
Damn. Good job. Good job, Junkyo.
頑張らなくちゃ。もう言わせはしない。
Oh
Now
my
put
God.
candles. Now put
I'll show you,
candles. in.
evil demon lord.
今恋にうつつを抜かしてる場合ではないの。東京に行けばきっと素敵な人だってゴロゴロいるし。
Oh my God, it's just.
ワンダフル東京ライフの幕開けだね、
No. No. Rejected.
So why do you want to go to this school? Well, my friend is going to a school in Tokyo.
They probably had little essays that she had to write and failed all of them.
でもほらナナさ、大学じゃなくて専門学校でもいいんだろ。
You did say that.
親が大学じゃないとお金出さないって。
じゃあ春から浪人生か。
でも私は浪人してまで美大行きたいわけじゃないし、一体どうすれば。
Then don't come.
なな、せっかくの東京だし、もう一軒行くか。
Sure.
Yeah.
それなら私も東京に住む。別に仕送りなんかなくてもフリーターでも何でもやって生き
No.
延びてみせる
You
よ。
can see what kind of person you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
ガキじゃねえんだからそれくらいわかるだろう。
Yep.
ちった現実的に考えろよ。
じゃあ私も予備校行く。そしたら親もお金出してくる。
You just said they won't do that.
Yeah.
じゃあどうすれば。
だから地元に残れって。
Were they never boyfriend and girlfriend?
I mean, they had sex in the first episode, so.
人の心かき回して楽しいか。お前結局都合よく甘えられる男をそばに置いときたいだけじゃねえか。何が男女の友情だよ。
Yeah, I'm getting used here.
Now, what I hope doesn't happen is that then she's like, well, clearly if I need him to stay with me, then I have sex with him because that's what guys want, right? So this is...
Yeah, then they're in order to connect things with the current, story.
でも道がわからない。
Oh, shit.
Oh my gosh.
私今どこに立ってんだろ
Damn.
Feels like it's just...
No.
う。そうだ、ここは
No
Oh,
fucking way.
no. Oh, shit.
まさか。
Fuck, man.
何してるんだこんなとこ
Is
ろで。
Nana just have bad luck? Like, is that just...
I mean...
Same thing. Crying.
She has an incredible ability to make bad decisions, is what she
Yes.
has.
あまりにも分からずやなんだもん。ついブチ切れちゃって。
切れるのはわかる。切れて当然。でもそのまま置き去りにしてくれとは見損なったよ、庄司。
Yeah, that's true.
惚れてる男にそんなこと言われてナナがどれだけ傷ついたかよく考えてから対処するように。
純子が言うんだから間違いないんじゃねえの。
Well, Nana kept saying the exact opposite. It almost feels like we're going through and debunking all the romance stereotypes.
Yeah.
変わらないな、ナナちゃんは。
嘘、変わったよね私。髪型とか服とかなんか高校の時よりガキっぽくなっちゃって、こんな姿見られて
Yeah.
今かな
She's
り恥ずか
slightly
しいん
less
だけど。
naive. That's true.
But when the person who dated you when you were in high school says you haven't changed, that's
Oh, yeah.
でも言うことは全然変わらない。浅野さんに迷惑はかけないから。ストーカーとかしないから。安心してね。会うたび言ってたろ。
Is he actually going to be unintentionally helpful here?
or just honest.
まあ浅野さんもそういうとこ全然変わんないね。私がなんでとか聞いてもいつも黙っちゃうの。
え、あ、
私はその度辛かったんだよ。
Still not going to answer.
Oh God!
You
Now
know.
it goes into the piano. Oh fuck! I started to think for a second that maybe this would be the like. No, this meeting's actually gonna go okay.
私は彼を本気で愛してた。
Yeah, you felt something. That's
それ
true.
でも受け入れてくれた。
Hmm.
それで十分だよ。ありがたいじゃないか。惨めに思うことはない。
何してるんすかこんな時間に。こんな若い子と二人っきりで。ああ、美人の奥さんに言いつけますよ。
じゃあ口止めに今度おごらないとな。
やった、期待してますよ。そんじゃ。
Damn. That was a cold exchange there.
しかしなんて冷静かつ速やかな対応。
Because
も
he's
しや
used to
浮気なれ。
this.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
も
Oh.
う浮気すんなよ。
気をつけます。
私
Okay.
私が言うなって感じ
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
ホテルのそばだよもうすぐ着くとこ
1時間ほど前庄司と純子が大騒ぎしてお前のこと探しに出ちゃってさ
Come back to
見
the
つけられたらド
hotel.
ラマみたいでそれもいいかと思ったんだが
人の心かき回して楽しい
Oh my god.
庄司はお前に惚れてるから
嘘つき
嘘つきお前だ
Yeah.
気づいてるくせに
Yeah. This is good. This is good.
Yeah. I'm saying eventually he's gonna come back to the. Watch, that's them coming back. Has she been back yet?
ダメだ京介見つからない探すより携帯に電話した方が早いって
Yes, that's what I did.
と気づいたか
いいなって思ってたでもあの頃私気づ
I mean, hey, maybe this is how they get together, and then it would kind of perfectly set the foundation for why they'd have problems in the present.
今そのぬくもりで力いっぱい抱きしめてほしいよ庄司庄司
Oh,
All right.
what a
All right.
what a wild journey this episode was. Oh,
But man, this ED always just
yeah.
a bomb
Just-
after everything.
Just a calming, healing salve.
Yep. Uh-huh. But oh my god. That episode hurt.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
This episode gave me such a flashback of my own life in so many different ways, so many different angles, of other conversations with other people. I felt relatable, sympathetic, empathic pain
Right.
on so many different levels.
Like, I love Nana as a character.
Yes.
Because I never would have expected it to be so important to have a heel in a romance anime as the main
Holy
character.
shit, yes. I've never seen that before.
Like
she's
awful.
Actively dysfunctional on
Like,
so
many levels. And yet it is clearly incredibly intentional and in line with what the show's setting up because
and I'm so glad that she's not fulfilling any of the classical female roles of like, oh, we're gonna have some kind of dere attached to this here, and that's gonna be
right. Well,
no. She's just a person.
Right.
I've met people exactly like Nana.
And what I love about it is that it's and yet this is exactly the type of main character that I would expect to be in a romance anime, but have it be treated in a way where, oh, that's just quirky and fun or something like that. Or maybe not a romance anime. Like
Just like a story of with a person that happens to be in love. They're usually not the protagonist. Nana, in this case, I would usually not find her in the protagonist role. She's usually a bit character on the side. You know?
Sure. Because like it
it
plays into the idea of like the relationship will fix your life, right? You know, right? Like, you know, you just need a romantic partner and then everything will be fine. No, that's not how this works.
Yeah.
Nana has a ton of shit to deal with that she needs to work through on her
hasn't
own.
Even become a fucking adult yet.
Right. Like the fact that Asano was like, you really haven't changed much since then. Like that was not a creepy thing. It was him realizing, holy shit, she is literally a kid. Like that was him being like, you're doing all these like, don't worry, I'm not all these other things. And he's like, she hasn't matured at all. Like it's almost like maybe this is not a right.
Like, he was already a creepy fuck for doing this with her in high school and everything.
Yeah.
But I think he actually
like,
genuinely
even
was
I
like,
have standards.
Yeah,
you know,
I'm like, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna escort her back to the hotel. I'm not gonna try my creepy. But holy shit, I am impressed with how much we got into the other characters having it, just absolutely having had it with Nana and calling her out on this in their own unique ways. I like that Kyosuke, in a lot of ways, was the only one that didn't fully call her out, but instead went for the like, hey, Nana, why don't you then do this instead? Why don't you then do this?
He's
just
a
very
chill
level-headed, chill person with this because he's the most disconnected, the least connected with it.
Yeah, she is not using him.
No.
Right? Like
so he doesn't care.
He's in a relationship with
useless
Junko.
on me.
You're right.
It's wasted on me. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Stop.
Right. So it's just hey, that's for Junko and Shoji to deal with and oh my god, I'm so glad that Shoji actually did like blow up at her and that it was in the past because that is, oh God, I can only imagine what it would be if there was like 3 years of resentment built up from not doing that or something like that.
Oh my God, I
can
can't
you
imagine.
That would be a nightmare.
An absolute nightmare.
Whereas with this, it actually was specifically said to her face. But the problem is because of a lot of the context of the stuff that's going on and the stuff that happened after, because they were then legitimately concerned for her safety, right? And then are like, okay, we need to find her. She did not learn the lesson at all, even though it was directly spelled out for her, right? And the fact that this is a backstory and we get to see how she is in the present just underlines it even more. So as far as an arc for the main character, a journey that they'll need to go on in order to have any kind of romance. Yeah, like this is excellent. We have the path to Mount Doom, and it's going to take about that long and be about that hard fought, like
we have seen already that based on the way that she acted a little bit in the present, there is progress, but it's more, I would say, in her ability to actually follow through and take action independently.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so important that she then has her own kind of room set up with the other Nana, because it's a way for her to look at the road ahead and kind of go, okay, it's going to take effort on my end, but it's also going to take me admitting the areas that I have shortcomings in and reaching out to others in a way that will be helpful, but not in a way in where they are my like literal stepping stones where I'm stepping on them in order to actually make progress.
To be able to have my head above water and be able to breathe.
Right.
Yeah. And one of the reasons why I'm going to go out on a limb here and say I think that Nana and her will be perfect for each other is because Nana will find her energy entertaining, but she's also going to be brusque enough and enough of a no nonsense person that she's not going to put up with her shit. Right?
Ooh.
Okay. And that's where a lot of the conflict is going to come from, I think. But it's going to mean that there will be no truly close equilibrium established in an unhealthy way. Okay. So at most there will be a casual equilibrium of like, hey, cool, we'll be roommates. We get cheap rent that way. Awesome. Right. When you're having love troubles and like the realtor is, saying something insensitive, I'll absolutely be like, hey, come on, man,
Right.
But and maybe I'm, I could totally be wrong.
Yeah,
right?
I kind of see where you're coming with this, but I very much want to go in hard here on this episode with Nana, because I think that realistically so, and it's not an issue in general, Nana's not doing that bad under one specific metric here, and that is that she has good people around her.
Yes.
Most people don't have that many good people around them. They have usually like one or two. But in this case, Nana has 3. And the thing is, these are 3 very different people.
Yes.
Shoji is someone that is mixed up in the whole thing of where he definitely likes her, finds her super cute and everything.
Right.
He's absolutely going to stick out the immediate short term with her for kind of helping her move through this process here, because
he cares about her.
Well, not only that, but he enjoys spending time with her.
Sure.
It's not just the actual like physical attraction stuff. They have mutual shared interests. They have a lot of things that they can bond over. And a lot of ways, I think he likes her chaotic energy.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to being responsible, when it comes down to actually like taking ownership of the areas of your life that are yours and no one else is in charge of taking care of you, that's something that Shoji finds very unattractive. He does not like that.
Nope.
He very much made it clear here that he's like, hey, I get that you want to do this. Let's go to another place here. Yeah. But no. You're contradicting the things you just said earlier. So Nana is incapable of being honest with herself. And also, not only that, she will actively lie. And I mean lie, bold-faced lie, not just to others around her, but to herself. And he called her out on didn't you basically just say that she's like, well, maybe my parents will do this. And he's like, wait, so maybe they will? I thought you said that they won't do that unless I'm going to a college.
Right. There's a difference between like having some things that you don't want to deal with because it's a lot, and so it's
right.
Hey, I'll just not look at that right now.
Right.
That's for a later time.
Yeah,
you know,
everyone has limits, and there's times where you need to put something on the back burner because you need to be regulated.
Yep.
You need to take care of yourself.
But to directly be looking at the thing and say, "This is
I'm going
X
to
is
deny
Y,"
reality.
You know, I'm going to deny reality. How does that help you?
Right. So this is something that I know Jacob and I dealt with on our own separate stories here in very different ways.
Yeah,
and this bugs me to high heaven. And I don't care where your experience or your story or anything like that shows some exception to this. This is my experience. This is my story. I cannot tell you how frustrating it is to have someone deny reality. Be aware that they're denying reality. And I mean actively aware they're denying reality.
Like confront them with it, and it's
it's like, but that's not the point. I feel this, so it's okay to deny reality. Cool. Let me know how that works out for you. Bye.
I want no part of
I want no part of that.
Yeah.
This is something that for whatever reason, there are obviously contexts where this could work, but in general, this is not a healthy way to live. Reality is reality. There are going to be times where we'll literally be anime protagonists. We'll kick reason to the curb, do the impossible, and do that. But there is no obligation that other people have to follow you into your denial of reality because you happen to be having
because of whatever,
some kind of circumstance or what have you.
They have no obligation to be with you for that, right? You know,
and there are literally professionals and people out there that their role is specifically to do that. But there is a very real thing that happened in this episode here where Junko understands at the base level Nana literally can't take care of herself. Right. That's the role that she's kind of accepted that she's playing a little bit of a part of until Nana is no longer physically convenient to be able to be taken care of.
Why she's trying to get her out. Basically.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But
she knows no. You can't just leave her on a street and be like, well, she'll be able to get back to the hotel. She won't be able to.
Right. But that is not Shoji's responsibility to know that a person is literally incapable of logical critical thought. And this is something that for whatever reason, I don't like that this is the case. But when it's a girl crying and frustrated about this thing then it's fine. Then it's fine for them to use anybody in any way.
And in fact, you're a heartless bastard if you don't do everything for them.
But if a guy is having that kind of like a breakdown or what have you, it's literally the opposite response. Tough it out, figure it out.
Right.
Why are you?
Who cares?
Why are you?
Don't
why
be
are
pussy.
you? Why? Yeah. Why are you not? Why are you breaking down like this?
Right.
And so I
having
love
moments where you break down is fine.
Yeah. Everybody does that.
But you need to have a system for that kind of shit. You need to not live in that space, right? Like,
I mean, you can, but like acknowledge that when it comes right down to it, relationships and the people around you are only capable of enduring, of putting up with so much. If it comes down to a situation where the person is basically like, hey, there's been a repeated pattern of behavior that's come about in this way. Maybe in a lot of ways, Shoji's main thing is that he should have been confronting this on a smaller level more
earlier.
often.
Yep. No, that would have
definitely
been
the case.
That would have been a higher level of mature response.
I also don't think he should have literally left. I think that that's literally also just a basic courtesy thing. If he's going to maybe walk away a little bit, but literally just kind of physically look after.
Right. This is a world where
it's a new environment.
They don't truly have cell phones yet. It's not like.
Well, no, they do.
No, but like.
They do.
Yeah, well, and actually, from that standpoint, then I say, nah, it's totally fine. She has a phone.
Yeah.
She has a phone. She can call the hotel. She can
but
call,
I think
wherever.
still from the courtesy level, if he needs to be like, I can't deal with you right now, go separate yourself a little bit.
No, yeah, that would definitely be the courteous thing to do.
Come back in a few minutes.
But even when it comes to courtesy, you do not owe people courtesy.
No.
Right? You do not owe them relationship. Those things are privileges that we like and we do our best to extend to other people, right? But we don't no one owes anyone anything, right? So
no, we love getting to have the community of people together.
Yeah, because it's wonderful.
It's wonderful. If someone is going to effectively abuse that, then they need to get called out on it.
Yeah.
And if they get thrown the but I rather than just accept the, yeah, you're right. I get where you're coming from here. I'll do my best. I'll see what I can do here. Being like, excuses. No, just listen to what the person is saying. They're saying this stuff because they care about you.
Exactly.
And it's frustrating to watch someone that you love and care about ignore reality.
Right.
I remember having conversations with people where I literally was talking to them about the issues that they were dealing with here. And they were like begging for, like, how do I solve this and things like this. And I was literally suggesting seeking professional help in this manner. They wouldn't do it. And it's something where I then get into this thing of like, so do you not want to, at the very least, because this is nothing about me providing a solution of like, I'm going to be able to help you here. It's a thing of saying like, this is a serious severity of where there needs to be at the very least some effort to put in, like getting help from the people that are meant for this.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
If you ignore that, it's like you don't really want help then.
Right.
You want someone to commiserate with.
Well, and what that sounds like to me, which, to be fair, this is entirely a personal decision.
Yeah.
But it's where the person doesn't see it as being a serious enough issue to warrant the serious treatment of the issue, right? It's the, hey, this isn't actually that high of a priority, so I'm okay with just kind of dealing with it, right? Because the actual things that I would need to do in order to properly resolve it, that's a shit ton of work, and it's just sort of an inconvenience for me.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Oh yeah, rent. No, I don't do that. I just will just beg my parents to just give me more for this thing here.
And if you want to do that, that's your choice.
That's your choice.
But no one else has to support you in that.
Nope.
And the way that even Nana's best friend, who cares about her a shit ton, is like, oh God, I want to get away from her.
Yeah.
That's real.
That's why.
Like that's why. That is and that's not because she's cold-hearted or whatever.
No.
Like that's a
No, that's just I'm doing my life. I'm going after what I want. If you can't have it, if you can't have your life without me in it, hey, more power to you. Go and get things set up. You don't. None of us are making you apply to a school specifically.
Right.
You're trying to do that, and you end up.
And
getting
if you want to
rejected
do
and
that,
stuff.
then we'll see if we can help you a bit.
Yeah. We'll show you some suggestions or things like that. Heck, they might have even looked over her applications if she actually let them. But let's say she's just going because she's like, no, I want to be with my best friends and stuff. Then cool, come over here, get a place, get it all set up. And now a year later, she's finally done that.
Right. And so it's like, okay, cool. She is making progress, and that's in that promise of progress. Great. It makes her I could totally see
we
without
know that she's
that
making progress.
Right, right, exactly. And I could totally see without that people being like, oh God, I don't know if I'll be able to handle her as a main character, right? But we have that. Wonderful. And so I feel like this type of person just fits so well with the vibe that I've gotten from like Nana, just with like the dichotomy of the two main characters, especially given that it's targeted towards an older demographic, when oftentimes romance stories that are targeted towards that like young teen demographic, regardless of what gender, the idyllic partner that kind of solves everything is very much a thing. And so this is kind of debunking that, because it's you gotta work on yourself.
Yep. I love that, because it's something that in a lot of ways, because romance stories, like you're saying, have a little bit of that touch of fairy tale, of the impossible things just
because who doesn't love good
possible.
Fairy tale?
Oh yeah, it's a great bit of escapism. It's very sweet, and usually there's a lot of brilliant foreshadowing to set up these powerful moments that tent pole the rest of the story up. Those are wonderful. In this, though, life is messy. Life is complicated. Friends aren't perfect. Sometimes our protagonist is also the least likable character. And you know what? We're telling the story because Nana's going to go on a journey.
But it's going to be painful.
Yeah, I know, but I'm ready for that journey. I love her very randomly unlucky bump into Asano here. Because Asano was one that she was able to handle so much better here. She was different, even though he kind of noticed all the similar verbiage and the things that she would say. But the way in which she kind of kept things very much at arm's length, very much was like, okay, cool.
Even though there was still that part of her that's like the, making us think, oh God, please just let them go their separate ways, because I'm worried that if she spends another 5 minutes with him, she's going to
because we don't trust her. We don't
trust her as far
safe.
as we could throw her.
That's literally also the issue with Junko as well. She's like getting mad at Shoji for leaving her. I get on the like gentlemanly chivalry kind of role of a man kind of thing.
Oh yeah,
thing that it's like, yeah, sure, this was from an older time and what have you. Where it's like, now I think if you did that, well, I'm not going to leave you until you get to the place. You could get potentially like a person like, you don't think I'm capable as a woman to go. And it's like, never mind that. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'll go. Never mind. But in this case, it's no. Junko understands that literally Nana hasn't grown up at all. There is a very real possibility that she's actually in danger because of how stupid she is. And cool. I love also that Kyosuke is like,
oh yeah.
So,
Kyosuke,
you good?
Kyosuke, my man.
His sultry voice.
With your sultry voice and everything. Like, you're my hero. Like you are a man among men. Like,
he brought the beer to Shoji right at that
brought
moment.
The beer.
He knew exactly what to do here.
Like when Shoji was like
minimal.
When Shoji was like,
perfect.
wait, aren't you worried about Junko going to Tokyo? It's just like, I'll go with her. It's like that. That's a real stud right there.
Yeah, she's the one that's pursuing her dream.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing about him was like, oh, I am absolutely super passionate about art school or even like Tokyo in general. He's just like, no, I'm going to go support her and I'm going to adjust my life a little bit because I want her to be in my life. So,
and there's a difference between adjusting your life from a place of dependency than adjusting your life because when you're supporting someone, that means, kind of inherently that you know how to support yourself, right? Like, you're not going to be supporting anyone if you can't support yourself. That's not how that works.
People that don't know how to swim aren't really good at stopping other people from drowning.
Yeah.
I mean, they can, but they usually are on docks with big tubes that they throw off of ropes and stuff.
Usually it's or because they make for a great flotation device.
After they're already dead.
Oh, yeah. They wouldn't actually.
Yeah, they wouldn't actually, but yeah. Jokes aside, this episode deals with some really good, serious topics, such as dependency and independence. And one of the things that Nana is terrified of is independence. Not the idea of being free and having all these choices of what to do here, because that's what the other Nana kind of represents here, is that she's truly independent. She's dressed in a very punk kind of goth style.
Oh yeah, like I'm
very much like I'm not
don't care what other people think.
Yeah, I'm not here to bend to society's wills and whims and what have you. Nana is making the act in the very beginning of the show of independence, of now that I'm like, okay, cool, I took this year, I figured this stuff out, I'm going here, I'm ready to do this. But the second she came back into Shoji's situation, she immediately filled the, I need to make sure that he feels dependent on me by showing the way that I can give all this value to him, showing thus my dependence on him, giving me value by what I give to him.
The thing is that's still a point of progress for Nana.
It really is, sadly.
It really is. And that's not...
Sadly.
That's not something to be dissed. But the problem is that...
No, of course not. But
that's... No, yeah.
But that's not what I'm saying.
No. I'm not saying you're saying that. But the problem is that that's not what Shoji needs, right? Like, that's great that you're growing in that regard, but like that don't make it better for our relationship.
It's like we've still barely even shown that they're truly actually a couple, or how they become a couple.
Oh yeah, the fact that there's even the thought at some point of like, wait, were they actually ever a couple? Like, oh god, like the fact that that's even a thought that.
But the backstory's still going, so we've got some time to catch up to the present. So yeah. But wow, what a dramatic episode. What a painful one. I feel sympathetic towards Nana in the slightest bit because of having seen times when in my life I've been like Nana. But I also very much freely admit I struggle to have like empathy. Like it's the no, I know so many people that have just enough convenience in their life that the way they've got things set up on the outside there, that Nana is exactly who they end up becoming in their, late 20s, 30s and stuff. And
there are levels of dysfunction that are easier to notice than others.
Yes.
And the level of visceral response that I have to how Nana was in this episode, and I think I'd say the same for you, is because it is true. Like, get away from that, from those types of people.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, it's great for a story.
It's
real life. I'm sorry.
And I will say on a more hopeful angle.
Yes.
Because, I figured that this was going to be the kind of show where there's going to be a lot of hard knocks, that the characters go through, right? Mm-hmm. But I am really grateful that so many of them are because she's an idiot. Mm-hmm. Because that means it's her agency.
Yep.
It's not some author that's like, haha, I'm going to make these characters suffer, right? Mm-hmm. It's because she has issues, she's going through a lot of pain. Mm-hmm. But that means it can stop, right?
Like, it can get better.
It can get better.
And it will get better.
And it will.
We've already seen that from the way that we started things in the present.
Yep.
Things get better.
Exactly.
We can see the root cause of a lot of the issues in the present.
And those roots go down deep.
Those roots go down real deep.
But go for it, Nana. You'll get there eventually.
Eventually. Yeah.
Yeah.
But damn.
Wow.
Damn. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. And also be sure to check out my Baldur's Gate 3 Let's Play on Twitch. And if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.